Can you enlighten some of us maybe about the other two candidates? Yeah, I quite honestly don't know as much as I should about the two because my focus has primarily been, on the Democratic and Republican tickets. And, so maybe we should learn about not just the candidates, but the party they represent.
Yeah, you really should. The Libertarian Party is one of the oldest in the modern era third parties that has had a lot of pull. What a lot of Republicans find very refreshing is their stance on free markets and capitalism, their stance on taxation, their stance on regulation. They want to lift a lot of the burden off of the private sector to create jobs. They believe that the more the government is involved, the worse it is. You have a lot of people. In fact, James Carville's wife, Ms. Matlin, changed to the Libertarian Party shortly after Donald Trump reached the nomination. Now, she says, and I heard on an interview on another radio program today as I was coming in, she said it has nothing to do with Donald Trump.
We forgive him for listening to someone else.
But, she says that it had nothing to do with Donald Trump. I take her for her word. I know her very well. I've worked with her on several campaigns and several foundations. She says that it has more to do with the fact that we're not standing for free market capitalism. We're not standing for anti-regulation in the way that she feels. And that's a pretty big deal. I mean, you're talking about a powerhouse in Republican politics. So the Libertarian Party does that. Where they gain from the Democrats and where they differ from the Republicans is they're more socially liberal. And I won't even really say socially liberal. They're just like, shouldn't be involved at all. They really don't care about those issues. So we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Okay. See why you should listen to Just Ask Joyce when I have Garrett on here. Election Selection 2016 informs, educates, and prepares you for your vote, because it really does count. 571-2428, 571-CHAT. Don't you dare touch that dial. We'll be right back.
WFIA, The Spirit.
8 years of earning the Good Housekeeping seal? 8 years. That's nothing to sneeze at. 0% financing is something to take special note of as well. Superior products, low pricing gives you an advantage of renovating and or building your dream home. With windows, doors, vinyl siding, and roofing, Window World's online design showcase is easy to navigate, and in the comfort of your own home, you can choose style and color options, grid and cut glass styles. Call Window World today at 502-671-7777, 671-7777.
The year was 1966. Household income was about $7,000 a year. A new home, $14,000. A new car, $2,600. Gas was 32 cents a gallon. In 66, our president was Lyndon Johnson. Mini skirts were all the rage. TV was in living color. And here in Louisville, AM 900 WFIA first signed on. Today, AM 900 joins 94.7 FM WFIA with Christian talk and teaching shows that are still safe for the whole family. Celebrating 50 years. We are Louisville's original WFIA The Spirit.
Imagine a vacation specifically designed for your spiritual growth and enrichment, along with 5-star accommodations, beautiful scenery, historic sites, and a community of people committed to you having a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Join us this fall on a 15-day all-inclusive Mediterranean cruise with Pastor Alistair Begg and visit thrilling stops in Naples, Jerusalem, Rome, and more. It's the Footsteps of the Apostles Mediterranean Cruise. Come and experience sites like the Sistine Chapel, the historic Western Wall in Jerusalem, and the beauty of the Isle of Santorini, all during one trip with like-minded travelers. Register today to sail the pristine Mediterranean waters in luxurious accommodations and follow in the footsteps of the apostles to Athens and Ephesus. With special guests and resident teaching Pastor Alistair Begg, this cruise is sure to be inspiring and refreshing. The Footsteps of the Apostles Mediterranean Cruise is happening September 22nd to October 9th. To register, visit footstepsoftheapostles.com. That's footstepsoftheapostles.com.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It is Election Selection 2016 with Garrett Sivaking, our political strategist. You like how I possess you, Garrett? Our political strategist. And he has become part of the JAJ family right here every Wednesday. And again, I know that you have appreciated what he brings to you. And we are going to talk more because, you kind of gave us a little insight into the Libertarian Party, and we're going to talk about the Green Party, which I kind of figure out what the Green Party is all about because all we are green anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
And so, they may be, I shouldn't say tree huggers, I guess. Okay. Well. I didn't. All right. But, the green. Yeah. They think,
yes, it's
eco and all that good stuff. And that's a good thing, but it might not be you're talking about jobs shutting down. If they kill any little, any tiny little fishy tadpole, anything, everything's going to be shut down. So I'm not sure that I like that idea.
Well, and she has. I will say that if you go to her website, and she ran in 2012. If you go to her website, she has very detailed plans on how she plans to create jobs. A lot of it goes along with what Bernie Sanders had been saying. So
you're saying another socialist?
Well, I don't know that she has not labeled herself as a socialist, so I try not to label people things. It's definitely a huge.
Similar?
It's definitely government role is much larger in her plan to achieve social justice.
Larger than Bernie's?
No, larger than what most of us talk about. I don't know about.
Could you get larger than Bernie's? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, unless
you got communists.
Well, you can go larger than what Bernie Sanders was talking about.
Yes,
you can.
Communist. That's what it's called. It's the next rung up.
You can, yeah. Well, and even people who don't go as far as communism can make bigger government. I make the argument that Lyndon Johnson and FDR both expanded government to a very, very high level.
Oh, yeah.
Even Richard Nixon expanded government to a very high level. So
we let it happen right here on our turf.
Well,
on our watches. We let it happen.
We've been having this discussion in 2016 between Donald Trump and his Republican primary opponents and Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. But this conversation about the role of government has gone on from the beginning of our founding fathers. We have